Ladies and gentlemen, this RedGamingTed.com video, Microsoft have announced that a single Xbox Live account holder may share their gold status with multiple other live accounts on a single Xbox One. You will need to designate a single Xbox as your home console, and once you've done that, this will mean that this console will have access, any accounts on this console will have access to the multiplayer gaming, the DVR, Smart Match, as well as stuff such as Skype and, yes, even Internet Explorer. This means that your account can be logged out of, you can be, doing whatever, you can be out the house, and someone else can log into your system using their account, and they will have all of the privileges and abilities of your account. So in other words, they will have full access to, for example, multiplayer gaming, which is pretty nice indeed. So what happens, for example, if you have your account and you want to log on around, say, your friend Tom's house? What happens then? Well, things work a little bit differently. If you log on to a foreign Xbox, if you will, then you will need to keep logged in. The moment you log out, everyone on that console loses your extras. So for example, if you log into your account, then you and your friend Tom will both have the gold status. However, later on, if you were to log out, then of course he loses his gold status and he can no longer play online. The purpose here, of course, is to pretty much remove the need to share an Xbox Live account, which makes a lot of sense since Microsoft, of course, are improving this matchmaking system and so on as well. The benefit, of course, for users, other than not needing to share their account and, wondering why your brother or sister or whomever are getting weird messages and needing to share all, a single account, the other primary benefit is that, well, you've all got your own accounts, you don't need to pay extra money for them as well. Now, of course, this feature is somewhat of a remnant of what they originally were planning to do with what was known as the family sharing feature. This would allow users to share their full games library via the family sharing feature, but of course they scrapped this because of the always-on DRM policy removal. So now in its place, Microsoft have confirmed that it has going to have exactly the same rules in terms of digital content as well. So in other words, all users on your home console will have access to the digital games that you buy. So just to reiterate, if you buy, say, a piece of DLC or an entire new game from Live, then you don't need to be logged in. It will be your home console, and therefore you will have full access to it, as well as anyone else who makes an account on your Xbox. However, if you want to play that game around a friend's house, you will have to be logged in. If you log out, so for example, if you were to log out because you go back home and you want to play on your own Xbox, of course you can only be logged in at one console at a time, and then of course you will automatically be logged out of his. This will mean that he or she will have to buy the game themselves if they want to keep playing. I think it's about time that Microsoft did this, because there has been a lot of annoyance over the internet with this whole Xbox Live thing, and most people were just sharing an account because, let's face it, let's say, you're the parent of, say, 3 kids, you're not really going to want to shell out, like, $60, what is it, like $60 in the States? About 60, I think. It's about £40, so it's probably about $50 to $60. I suppose you can shop around, but let's say the average price if you just walk into a store is probably about 60. You guys can let me know, I'm not exactly sure, but it's about 60, I think. And so who's going to really pay, 2 cents of that or 3 cents of that if you've got kids? Not really many people. Even if, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever playing, it's not really practical to do this. So most people, of course, just were sharing an account, which isn't really good for banning or for messages or for matchmaking and for friends, because obviously then you start having this friends list of people that you don't know, but your brother or sister or your other loved one or your flatmate or whatever was accruing because they play with them but you don't know them, and then they message you but you don't actually respond, and then they get annoyed or whatever. You know the story, you play on Live. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. It's been a fairly brief one, but I've got to say I'm quite happy about this new feature for Microsoft's Xbox One. Of course, the Xbox One will be released in 21 markets in November. And so I guess we're just going to have to see what people make of Live on the Xbox One. Anyway, with that said, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.